Okay, everybody, we got some very serious problems going on that could be fatal to a lot of people. Iran is threatening to kill Donald Trump. They're putting banners up everywhere that says "Kill Donald Trump, kill our president." That's what they're saying. They're saying "Death to America, down with America." Okay, they want to destroy us completely. Just now on Fox News, they were talking about the different things going on, and Jeb Bush on Fox News. Jeb Bush, he used to be Florida's governor, I believe it was. Jeb Bush himself on Fox News said Iran has 300 plus military strike drones 90 miles off of Florida's coast in Cuba. Now, y'all think about what that means. These things have they call it 2,500 kilometer range. So what is that, 2,000 miles? I'm not sure about the change from kilometers to miles, stuff like that, but or is kilometers even the exact word? But anyway, these things have roughly a 2,000 mile range. They can fly into the U.S. easily. Now, this is very serious. Cuba is 90 miles off of Florida's coast, okay? And we've already said that as soon as Iran's done, we're going to take Cuba because of the things that are going on, what they're doing to their citizens and everything else. So why? Everybody think about it. Why on earth does Iran have these strike drones, these military capable strike drones, that many of them in Cuba, just 90 miles off of Florida's coast? Y'all, this doesn't look good at all. Now, I can only assume why they have them there. I don't know why they're there. I don't know what reason they would want this type of drone. Now, these are the type of drones that can fly very far and drop very serious explosive payloads for their military. And they're 90 miles from the U.S. right now. 300 plus. Why are they there? What is the reason for this? Now, y'all, let me paint a picture here, okay? Now, this is totally my opinion. Now, I'm going to give you some facts about some things that are going on, but then I'm going to give you my opinion about what I think. Zoran Mondani. Now, I've got everything wrote down, so I got to kind of read it here a little bit. Zoran Mondani, mayor of New York City. Let's see, somebody's trying to call me. I'll get that later. Zoran Mondani, mayor of New York City. You know, he just recently wrapped or painted all the subway trains, or not all of them, but some of the subway trains there, the green, the white, and the red, with that little Iranian symbol we see on that flag over there where we're fighting them in Iran right now. He just did that, okay? We know he's a communist socialist. We know he has ties to the 9/11 attacks. He knew some of the people that were there. We know he does this, yet he's still in office. We've got more and more of those, hold on, let me slow down here, clear my head. This is about to blow my mind what I think is fixing to happen. There are more communist socialists being put in to be elected into office up there right now. Zoran Mondani has figured out a way to start taking property from people in New York City. A lot of the buildings that are owned by individuals that are apartment buildings, things like that, residential buildings, they have figured a way to... Somebody keeps trying to call. I keep trying to look up there to see what that is. That's what's got me kind of confused on what I'm saying. They've figured out a way to take these buildings from people by fining them so much that they can't afford the fines. And then what they're going to do, they're going to take the buildings, seize the buildings, because fines are not done. They're going to make it to where it's so impossible to try to follow guidelines, just like they did with the EPA and everything just recently with Obama and Biden, to where it can't be followed. Then they'll seize the buildings from the people. Okay? And then once they're seized, they say, well, we're going to give them to a charitable organization. Well, guess who come up with the charitable organizations? Him and his crew. And guess who gets to decide which organization goes to? That's right. A radical DEI left woman that doesn't even have control of her own faculties, I don't think, is going to be in charge of this. Now, he's trying to take over the complete city. He's trying to turn it into a communist socialist country. But there's way more than that going on, okay? Now, I wanted you to tell you what he was doing there so you can see the picture of what's been going on. Now, y'all seen this deal with the war in Iran. It is continually back and forth, back and forth. They're like, okay, we want a deal. No, we don't want a deal. Yes, we want to make an agreement. No, we don't want to make an agreement. Just back and forth, back and forth. And I keep thinking, why do they keep changing their minds like this? What's going on? Well, listen to this. Just the other day, this has been about 3 or 4 days ago now, and I'd said something on one of my other videos, but Mamdani was trying to get whoever in his group up there in New York to meet with an Iranian official. Now, why would Mamdani want to meet with an Iranian official while the U.S. is currently at war with them? And he was going to do this after the ceasefire was over. You know, with what's going on right now in Iran, with the bombing that's going on right now. Why was he going to do that? You know, there's something called the, let's see. Okay, let me say this. He before I tell you about the Logan Act. Mamdani got on there and made a statement and said, oh, I didn't know anything about that. It was just a miscalculation. We didn't know. You know, it's nothing. We're just trying to, you know, keep up foreign relations. Basically, is what he's trying to say. And he said that they canceled it. To begin with, that's horse mess. The only reason he canceled it is because the State Department, and I believe it's Marco Rubio, shut it down. Told him, you cannot do this because there's something called the Logan Act. The Logan Act makes it illegal for him to be trying to contact people that we're at war with and things like this. Now, there's a whole big bunch of this legality and all this stuff, and I was trying to read it and study up on it before I made this video here, but I'm going to tell you what. It really looks like, in my opinion, it looks like Zoran Mamdani has sold the playbook to the other team, so to speak. It looks like he's giving them information he shouldn't be giving. It's what it looks like. And now we got 300 military drones from Iran parked 90 miles off the U.S. coast. Now, you know what? I might have been born at night, but it wasn't, by gosh, last night. Now, we got Muslims overtaking this country. We got a Muslim trying to control one of the most important cities in our country. We have countries, Muslims that are threatening, Iranian Muslims that are over there in Iran threatening to kill our president. And nobody's putting a stop to this. I mean, what is fixing to happen? They didn't park 300 fighting drones off the 90 miles off our Florida's coast because they had no place else to park them. These things were put there for a reason. And in my opinion, my personal opinion, I don't know this to be a fact, but my personal opinion is, based off of what I seen, Zoran Mamdani and his crew, based off what I know about them, are all doing this. My opinion is, my belief is, I think that Zoran Mamdani is the head of some of that stuff. And I believe he's in charge of that, and I believe he is going to launch an attack against this country. That is my personal belief. I believe that's what's fixing to take place. Where can these things go? Well, if they've got a 2,000-mile range or a 1,000-mile range even, heck, even 500-mile range, where can they go and what can they do? Now, if they got them there, where else do they got them? We've seen how all these illegals have been here driving trucks all over this country. All this time Biden was in office. What else do they have planted here in this country? But ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. 300 battle drones 90 miles off our coast. It's not by chance, that's by making. And friends, we're in trouble. Everybody better get themselves prepared, and get prepared now, and get ready, because with what they're doing and what they're saying, anything can happen at any moment. I hate to say that on a Sunday, but I just heard that. Jeb Bush. It was just on Fox and News. What was that, Maria Termino or whatever her name is? I just caught it on there because they were talking about the death of Lindsey Graham. He was a good man. And they came on, and Jeb Bush came on there and was warning about that. Y'all look it up. Now, Jeb Bush carries a lot of weight. He's not somebody that said, well, you know, I think they could do this or think they could do. He just put that out to warn us that it's there. So something is not right. God bless each and every one of you. I love every one of you. Brother Trump, stand tall. But everybody get prepared fast. Y'all spread this video. I'm not trying to get likes or anything, but I'm trying to get everybody that I can prepared for this, because this can be devastating. It can be devastating in a heartbeat. Those things can drop bombs. They are a bomb. They can just fly them into something and be detrimental to any city, town, anything that they want to do. That close to us they can do. Y'all, this is serious. God bless you all, and Brother Trump, God bless you.